Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on this channel. And wow, this is going to be quite some sad news for you, so you may want to take a seat. If you're in the mood of building a PC or just buying anything that has a RAM or an SSD in it, well, good luck, because chances are it's about to be a whole lot more difficult because Micron has just announced that they are exiting their crucial consumer businesses.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yeah, I bet you weren't expecting that kind of news, huh? I mean, admit it. Well, at least it was much better than a jump scare. Okay, but in all seriousness, let's get down to business. So this press release was on December 3rd, 2025 at 11:40 a.m. EST. And the press release states, so Micron will continue crucial consumer product shipments through the consumer channel until the end of fiscal Q2, which is February of next year. The company will work closely with partners and customers through this transition and will provide continued uh, warranty service and support for crucial products. Micron will continue to support the sale of Micron branded enterprise products to commercial channel customers globally. And here's a quote from Sumit Sadana, the EVP and Chief Business Officer at Micron Technology. The AI-driven growth in the data center has led to a surge in demand for memory and storage. Micron has made the difficult decision to exit the crucial consumer business in order to improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster-growing segments. Thanks to a passionate community of consumers, the Crucial brand has become synonymous with technical leadership, quality, and reliability of leading-edge memory and storage products. We would like to thank our millions of customers, hundreds of partners, and all of the Micron team members who have supported the Crucial journey for the last 29 years. This decision reflects Micron's commitment to its ongoing portfolio transformation and the resulting alignment of its business to secular profitable growth vectors in memory and storage. By concentrating on core enterprise and commercial segments, Micron aims to improve long-term business performance and create value for strategic customers as well as stakeholders. Micron intends to reduce impact on team members due to this business decision through redeployment opportunities into existing open positions within the company. Okay, so that was basically a whole lot of information that has just been dumped on you. But if you don't know what's going on, I'll catch you up to speed. So if you don't know who Micron is or what they do, their main focus is that they manufacture products, specifically computer components, which are the memory and storage. So memory, of course, is like your DRAMs, your high bandwidth memories or HBMs, or the LPDDR for mobile devices. And of course, storage, your SSD, data center SSDs, NAND flash, NOR flash, and so on. But they also do focus on AI solutions, such as memory and storage that are specifically designed for AI training and inference. Now, another thing to take away from this is that there are two other companies that do these types of things, and that is Samsung and SK Hynix. All three of these companies, they basically have they control 90% of the RAM market. So these three are basically key players. And what's interesting to note about this is that Micron has over 26%, like nearly 26% in the RAM market. So with Micron getting out of the crucial consumer businesses, you know, there's going to be some pretty big shoes to fill. But I want to discuss about why this is happening. Why is Micron, just pulling out of the consumer businesses? This feels like nothing but a giant slap in the face after 29 years of supporting them, you know. So yeah, it's awful. But why is this happening? So let's dive into it. Obviously, the AI demand surge. So this is a article from Yahoo Finance. Micron's HBM revenue reached nearly $2 billion in the August quarter, implying an annualized run rate of nearly $8 billion. The company's cloud memory business unit showed a 213% year over year growth in the most recent quarter. The second thing is the supply constraints. AI infrastructure requires every single wafer with memory it can consume, meaning every wafer Micron assigns to consumer parts is a wafer not going to a hyperscaler or enterprise contract. This is an article from Tom's Hardware. The third thing to note about this is the margin differences. Client memory modules and SSDs sit at the lowest margin end of Micron's portfolio, while data center and enterprise products lock in long term contracts, higher prices, and more predictable demand. So you can clearly see where this is going. Micron is basically just giving us the double middle fingers, pulling out of the consumer businesses and leaving us with the shitty end of the stick, all in the name of, well, you guessed it, it's profit and money. Like, oh, come on, who could have seen this coming? Well, I mean, if you just look at this website here, this is from NZXT. So this is about, why RAM is so expensive right now. It's almost nearly the same, consensus. It's number one, the massive demand for AI servers. So the largest and most urgent consumer of high performance memory today is the AI and data center industry. Training and running sophisticated AI models like the ones that create images or hold complex conversations requires astronomical amounts of memory. And what sort of memory are we talking about? Server grade memory. These data centers buy specialized ultra high capacity memory like high bandwidth memory, HBMs, and large DDR5 RAM modules. This demand is so intense that major memory manufacturers like Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron are dedicating an increasing amount of their resources and production capacity, which is limiting supply for gaming PCs. In other words, well, regular consumers are again screwed because we are going to be paying even higher prices for these specific computer components in the near future. And what this creates is a domino effect. By prioritizing these enormous lucrative enterprise orders, manufacturers are unintentionally producing less standard consumer grade DDR5 and DDR4 memories. This creates a shortage in the regular retail channel for PC components, which drives prices up for everyone. And that is the key takeaway from this. With Micron leaving out of the consumer businesses, does that show that in the near future, maybe SK Hynix and Samsung will slowly start pulling out? Because as of right now, with Micron leaving the scene, that leaves Samsung and SK Hynix basically holding the bag and say, well, if Micron's gonna stop producing these consumer, memories for everyone, it most likely means that Samsung and SK Hynix are gonna ramp up production, which means it's going to cost them more, which then which then bleeds into the part where we end up paying higher prices for to cover up the production and manufacturing costs and everything else. It's it's insane basically. So again, all of the costs falls onto the consumer. And so this comes down to another issue. You know those other brands that sell, memories, like Corsair, Skill, Patriot, Kingston. Well, those are actually third party module assemblers. Chances are, if you ever bought a component that is under those names, the chips inside, they're basically sourced from one of the, big three: Samsung, SK Hynix, and, well, Micron. So many well known RAM brands that consumers buy off the shelf, they don't actually manufacture the actual memory integrated circuits themselves. Instead, they purchase the chips from the big three and assemble them into the final RAM modules, which are, the DIMMs or the SODIMMs. So again, with Micron leaving out of the businesses, that means those companies that previously sourced those, uh, memory integrated circuits, they would have to turn to either Samsung or SK Hynix, which again puts more strain on them. So this is practically a domino effect that is waiting to just topple down. Eventually, this isn't a domino effect. Well, it is a domino effect, but then it leads up to a giant Jenga tower. So if we look at the bigger picture, this decision basically reflects a fundamental shift in the semiconductor industry, where AI data center demand is so intense, it's reshaping decades old business models. Micron is basically betting that the AI boom will outlast traditional consumer PC markets, a gamble that could look either prescient or short sighted depending on how long AI demand sustains at current levels. You know, uh, to simplify this, it could be a good decision where, okay, um, I guess you make money, which again, screw you, Micron, but okay, you're not crying, but we are. Or it's such a terrible move to their company, and the AI bubble pops and everything just goes to shit. So yeah, bottom line, for PC gamers and builders or just hobbyists, well, this means fewer options, like, and likely higher prices. Well, it's not likely anymore, it's guaranteed. And a concerning trend of major manufacturers abandoning the consumer market for more lucrative AI driven enterprise sales. Now, I do want to add something else to this. I have no issues if companies are, pivoting to manufacturing more of these memories for these data centers to contribute to the use of AI. If the AI was used for, like, a good purpose, like maybe, you know accelerating certain processes or automating certain tasks, which can reduce, like, completion time, and maybe, give a better output on the results, which we as humans can sometimes miss out. There are details that we can miss out, or maybe just look through a bunch of data in such a short time span, and again with higher accuracy. But with the way I'm looking at with AI, with numerous news articles, there's it's not really going so well. I mean, just look at this. Recently, Amazon has put out, there were articles on Amazon that they used AI for dubbing on an anime, and Believe it or not, I did give it a watch and it sounded horrible. This makes me want to go and watch One Punch Man season 3. And we know how terrible that is. If your show is that bad that it makes me watch One Punch Man season 3, wow, you done messed up. I'll give you that. So yeah, so this is quite a sad story, and I just wanted to share with this. So yeah, congratulations, Micron. I really hope you're happy. And again, screw you. And yeah, that is all I have about this video. If you like, please comment, share, subscribe, and just like the video. Just help the video out. And yeah, I'm trying to hit my goal to get 20 subscribers before the end of this year. So really appreciate it if you drop a subscribe. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. And stay safe, and wherever you are, you have a good day and you have a good night. See you all in the next video.